Hello and welcome to Distant Worlds 2. In this video I'm gonna do a gameplay, a walkthrough. I'll be pausing and discussing multiple things and tips and tricks on the game. So I hope you enjoy it. First thing first, we need to create a map. I'm a galaxy. I'm gonna use mostly the default settings, but with some minor changes here and there. So first of all, we're gonna go for 700 stars. We're gonna go as a technological advancement with the pre-warp setup. It will be a restless galaxy. I'm gonna go on hard difficulty. I did do a playthrough on normal, try different things, and actually managed to be the first in the galaxy. The research will be normal, and let's carry on. Pirates normal, pirates rate normal. They will be average, and they will stay dead after we kill them. Independent colonies, it will be set on rare. I found that on normal there are way too many, so I don't know very abundant how it will be, but it will go from a lot, in my opinion, on normal to more than empires. They are a lot anyway. I'm gonna go with human. A couple of things to mention here. Each race has different personalities, bonuses, and so on. So things to keep in mind when you select the race is what bonuses they provide. These are the ones. What I'm interested in is the research and the income. Humans don't like the other races, but we will try to ally with some if possible and kill the rest. They prefer democracy and republic, so we'll go with republic. Let's change the name here to no, like this. We'll go with the starting setup. This means that we'll only have one home base, pre-warp, and starting location random. You may want to use the far region to be able to expand in just a few directions, because if you are in the middle, you'll probably be attacked from all other sides, from all the sides, so keep that in mind. I'm gonna go with random and see how the luck treats me. 12 empires auto-generated, and the victory condition will leave those as default and start the game. Okay, let's get started. First thing first, we have here our home world, home base, and the history. We don't care about that so far. We need to touch on a couple of things. So here we have the menu. We'll be going through this along the way and discuss different setups, different things that you want to keep an eye on. One thing to start with is the policy settings. This game can be played. Okay, let's pause a bit. This game can be played in different ways. You can either go for a macro playstyle or a micro playstyle. The AI and the game gives you actually an AI that can handle things for you, suggest them to you, or just let you do all the manual work. By default, if you use the default configuration, and I suggest that to use that if you are playing for the first time, or you're actually trying the first time to beat the other empires. If you go for automated, it will automatically do stuff for you. The other option is to suggest and execute, or only suggest, and you can also set things to manual. For some options you only have automatic or manual. You can go through all of this and set them however you want. But for now, I'm gonna go with the recommended settings. That means that most of the things will be automated and the rest of the things will be suggested for me, like you see here, to do some actions, build bases, ships, and diplomacy with other colonies and so on. So let's start the game with the things that you need to do first, and that is to build a small spaceport, and you can do that by clicking the suggested icon and build an explorer. Different menus here offer you different possibilities, and you can either use the suggested pop-ups, or you can go directly to the menus or click on the spaceport planet and build your stuff. What you can do is go to this section, the construction menu, and check available construction sites. This should be spaceports or planets, and you can select them here. At the first we have only a few, and you can zoom out to the galaxy and go to another location, but in the middle of the game or at the end of the game you will have like tens of things to control. So I suggest you get the hang of this menu and use it as much as possible. So things to keep in mind at the start, like I said, this game can be played in multiple ways, micro or macro. But you can also have different play style, like if you want to have a better economy, or if you want to invade more enemies' colonies, or colonize yourself the new planets that you find. The victory condition can be seen here. Normally you'll see more enemies here, not necessarily enemies, but more empires. And you can hover on this bar and you can see the victory conditions and what you can accomplish to get that victory. So you can either go for the economy and have the biggest economy in the system, I mean in the universe. You can go for the population and control as much planets as you want, territory control, or on the aggressive side is to have the most enemy killed and some other things. You can check those whenever you want. And I would suggest at the start of the game to go for the economy direction and do the research that will give you a boost on that side. You can go on the research either by clicking this icon here, or if you click this one and check the tree over here. So first thing first, what do you need to have in order to explore the entire galaxy is to have warp fields, and this will be on this side. You can use the filter to jump on different sections. So the tech tree is big, as you can see, but if you use this filter it will be easier for you to find things. Now we are currently researching the early warp. One thing to keep in mind is that you can leave the AI to automate the entire process for you, or you can queue up, for example, multiple research. Let's see what we want first. I'm gonna go for the warp drive first, and you can also see the suggestion that the AI gives you here. If you mouse over on this one, it will show you the next suggested research. I'm gonna go with warp fields next level, and then we can go for shields and some other stuff, and armor and research lab. Actually, I want the research lab to be done faster. And jump to research. We also want recreation. This will give us an extra income and space commerce. Okay, so now that we have some things queued up, like the spaceport and shipped, we can resume the game. I usually play on the highest speed and pause when I need to do some changes. In the early game, the ships don't have a, I don't know, a good engine. They take a lot of time to travel, even without going to other systems. We discovered some resources. Okay, so let's go while things are building here. Here the spaceport. Let's go through each tab and see what things you need to keep an eye out during the game. So let's pause a bit, actually. Um, First thing first, economy. Because if you want to conquer the galaxy, you need to have money to build all the things in the space, like ships, buildings, colonies, and so on. So you can either click on the cash here, or you can go on the first tab, and here you can see some information. So you have the state economy and the private economy. How these things work, it's not quite obvious in the beginning. I mean, most of the games have like a simple design on this side. You create, I don't know, workers and put them at work to gather different resources, and those come to you, and you have them and you can spend them, also money or different currency. In this game, you have the private economy and the annual and the state economy. Sorry. So the private economy is what drives your economy mostly. And the colonies that you have on your planet, and not only on this planet, on every planet that you'll have a cash flow. Um, this can also increase, of course, depending on how many colonists you have. And you have the current cash. Some buildings you will build with private economy cash, and it's like some stations we'll see in a bit. And you have revenue, the amount that the colonies provide you, but this won't go directly to your bank. So they have things like maintenance that they will pay for their ships, because there are ships that you control and there are ships that the private sector controls. Those ships need maintenance, so these monies will subtract from the income, and it will go somewhere else, not to you. Colony taxes is the amount that the colony, the people on your planets pay to you. But this doesn't come directly to you. You also have corruption that, let's see, if we go to a planet and we open this menu, you'll see some more details on the planet, and you see here that the colonists here have a revenue of 30K, and you lose some money from corruption. This doesn't go to you. But after the the corruption, you have a base revenue, and you have some support costs to have this planet working and everything on it. And you have some taxes that you can collect. You have a tax rate that you can increase or decrease. But if this is set automatically, the AI will do it for you. And if you go back to this section here, you'll see that you also have private shipbuilding. You can also have private tourism and some other things. What you need to consider when you invest in the economy, I mean, not invest, but if you want to understand the economy, is that you need to make the private sector provide you with income from taxes and so on. So when they build ships, they will pay you. When they refuel, they will pay you. But also, if, for example, their ships are in a sector where you don't have a fueling station, they will pay other empires for fuel. So this will be split between your fueling station and neighbors. If you have tourists, they will also provide some income for you. This will be like a expense here, but you'll see as an income in the state economy. And the state economy is this list here. When you have a income that is a positive one, like we see here, plus 263, this cash flow, this can be split in multiple, not in multiple, but in two different categories. And if you go to the funding levels here, you'll see what the income is split into. So you have the reserve. This will go into your bank, total bank, which is this number. This amount will go each time frame. I think it's month or year. Okay, so that amount will go into your bank. 85% it will go to ship maintenance, troops and facilities. And if you have extra after the total expense, the total amount of expenses we have here, the excess will go to either colony growth or research. This can be set up by you. If you have this set to automatic, the funding, the growth and the research will change during the game. So just to keep that in mind. You will also see here if you have more potential that you currently use. This is because you're not spending enough money on research. Okay, so let's resume the game and focus on exploration. In order to have a big economy, you need to build multiple space stations and mining stations and so on. You don't directly mine the resources, but the private sector does. So you only provide the license to mine from there, so to speak. You will build mining station there. Okay. Let's see. Now we are building this spaceport, and we have some exploration ships that already started finding things. So we already found a suitable location for a research center, and you either can see it here but in some cases you will miss it because you'll have many notifications. And you can go to the research section and new research location available. You can see where it is, and you can issue a mission for the AI to build here. And as you saw, the pop-up here disappeared. So now when a construction ship will be available, it will go to that location and build a research center. And what else we have? We have a mining mission that we can assign. And you can assign the mission from here, or you can go to the resource tab. And here you can see all the resources that you are currently mining or using. So we need a couple of things that are in red. That means that we are mining less than we are using. One is the fuel, Caslon, and we have like 3-4 other things. There are a lot of resources in this game. You can issue the command to build a station from this, or you can go to new mining locations and you can assign from here. So if I click on assign mission from here, you'll see that already a construction ship is assigned to build that. And you can go on the construction tab and construction ships, and you can see that this ship is already going to build that. Okay. So in order to expand fast, we need to have multiple ships, explorers, and you can currently see the exploration ships in this tab. We have one that is doing its stuff and one that is building, but not yet started. It is queued up after the spaceport. So as soon as we can get this build, we can actually start building from 2 locations at the same time. You can see this exploration ship is exploring our base right now, but I don't know why, because it's already explored. Oh, I think it's just finished. Okay, now we have the spaceport constructed, and you can use this one also to build stuff. So if you go to the construction and construction yards, we can see that they are already building automatically, but not all ships are for us. So for example, this is an exploration ship that was queued, and now we also have some small freighter that is being built. These are private sector ships that you don't control, but when they are built, you get an extra income. So for now, what we want to do is have multiple explorers and multiple construction ships in order to gather all the resources from this system. We have a couple of planets and asteroids to mine. Warp is almost done. The first level at least. And we also have some new characters available. So we have our leader, which has some traits, labor-oriented and engineer, but it also decreases the happiness and population growth. You can dismiss it and a new one will spawn. If you leave it, the ones that have a progress bar, the Skills that have a progress bar will increase, and these percentages will increase also, but these ones won't. So we will be stuck with population growth minus 5% from this trait. I think we can leave it as it is right now because we have construction speed for ships, which is really good, and some income. Okay, we have our first mining station. It's next to this gas giant, and now some ships from the private sector, some mining ships probably will be built. Let's see if they are started yet. Yeah, this one automatically started, and it will go and mine from that location, and the freighters after will collect the resources from the mining station and will bring it back to base. Okay, we have new engines, warp drives, and this will allow us to go above and beyond. For now only above, beyond later. We can build more ships from this suggestion. Explorers, we already have some in queue. If we go back to the character screen, let's see some more resources discovered. If we go back to the character screen, you can see we also have a general and a scientist. This gives hyperdrive research bonus, which is great. And he will automatically be moved to a research station after we have one. One other thing that we unlocked is a spy. Currently, we don't have any enemies or neighbors to spy on, but soon we can assign missions for him, or we can leave it to automatically manage his stuff. Okay, let's see what other resources we can get. When you go on this tab, so here if you go on the list, you can see the ones in red. The demand is more than we are producing, but if you go on the new mining location, you can actually see a red square on the item that we desperately need. So I'm gonna assign this to the next available construction ship. Things are going slow in the beginning, but after a while you'll have so many messages here that you cannot deal with at 4x speed. Okay, we have some more resources. I'm gonna queue this also. Let's see. Currently we have 5 ships to do the exploring for us. You can see the circles where they are currently. Some are retrofitting with the latest technology that we research, and some are surveying the stars. Okay, so when you do a research that is meant for a ship, if we go to the ship design, you can see here the entire available designs, the entire list of the available designs, and you can either edit, upgrade, or create a new design. A couple of things to keep in mind: that if you do an upgrade or an edit on a design and you have this set on automatically, the next time the AI will design a ship for you, it will change whatever you updated, the entire layout. Retrofit, you can change these settings for individual designs. Retrofit means that when you have like a version 1, version 2, version 3 of the same thing, the ship will come and update its design with the latest version of that part, and the status is if that design is active or not, because you can have like multiple escort designs, and you can um, manually upgrade one and one for the AI, and when you want to retrofit a ship you can choose which design to retrofit to. Okay, so currently we're exploring the system and we are somewhere close to the edge, but not at the far edge, which is a good position. And we found an ancient data core. Okay, let's see, let's queue this one, and we also need steel. We'll need a lot of steel. It's not that far. We'll get the new drives. And actually, where are they? Oh, the next one. Okay. And we also started surveying this asteroid field, but we don't need it at this point. I mean, we will have it and use it, but let's try to get the most important things first. Okay, so going through the tabs, like I said, you need to keep an eye on some sub-tabs, if I can say that. This one is new resort location, where you can put resorts for economy boost. This is a civilian tab. You can see multiple information here, like ships and so on, but I usually use only this one. For military we don't have yet, but I will go later into this section. Research, we already have one research location, and it's also constructed. Let's see, here it is. And if you can, you'll notice here that already the scientist that we have is on board on this station. Ship construction, you'll also want to check this from time to time. When you have a lot of colonies, you will have a list here that you can construct new space stations. And here you can use the ships individually. Let's see. Okay, we have Mythos 2, which has crystal that is used for weapons. Okay. In the survey, in the exploration tab, you can use the ships here. You'll also want to check the ruins from time to time when you explore more. Currently, we only know of one that is on our base, and abandoned ships and bases. So your explorer ships will find almost destroyed ships in the in space, and you can actually fix those and use them, or scrap them for additional research progress. And some special location, we'll touch on that when we find some. As you can see, we have freighters that are bringing fuel and some other stuff from our mining station to the base, and we encountered our first. We have contact actually, but it is with pirates. So, those aren't pirates actually. Those are some. It's a ghost fleet. As human race, you will encounter this in the beginning, in the maybe first 10 minutes, and you can actually pay them 25k credits to have them join you. So they are not the pirates that will kill you. These pirates will actually join you, and I always pay them. And now you have new things. So you have a fleet. I usually use the fleet section here, not the military, not the military ships, because you have to use individual ships, but you can use the fleet. Okay, to construction and to exploration. Yes, I agree with that. And okay, we have encountered our first new civilization. And what we have here, a couple of things to keep in mind is pirates, which these ones are, will be a pain. They will kill some of your ships and also raid some of your mining stations and bases if they have enough power. But you can also have a good relationship with them if you want them to be your friends. I never want pirates to be my friends, so you have actually two options. When you first encounter a civilization of pirates, you can either pay them 125 credits as a tribute to get protection from them, or you can reject this deal and they will keep attacking you. In the first, I actually did pay them this amount, but I found that in my experience it's not worth it to pay them every time, because if you have like 5 pirates that are in your near vicinity, if you pay all of them, then you'll lose a lot of money. What you can do is pay only half of them, or the strongest one, and they will actually protect you from other pirates or other factions. That option is on the table if you want, or you can just deny the monthly fee, and they will be hostile to you. Be careful that this is a monthly fee. You have to multiply this with 12 to get the yearly fee, because when you see the income for your colonies, you'll see the income by year. So just to keep in mind that this one is more than 1k. For now, we're gonna reject this deal and close everything, and we'll let the pirates be a pain. And no, I don't want protection, and kill some ships. This can also be in your advantage, because pirates will kill freighters and mining ships and ships that you actually don't control. This means that they will kill ships from the private sector. And if we go back to the economy tab, and under the state we have the private economy, that means that when a private sector ship is being killed, they will have to replace it. That means they will build it at your port. that will mean that you'll get some extra income from private ship building. So this can work in your favor, but be careful because the private economy can suffer a big hit, and actually after a while this cash flow can go really low, or even have sorry even have low private cash to use. So if this is like way positive and the pirates kill the private ships, I don't care. They will build more and I'll get more money. Cool. Now we have a private trader and an independent colony has been found. The AI is suggesting to build 3 escorts to have some type of defense, so we'll do that. Okay, and they came and trying to kill my stuff, but I have the fleet from before, which is quite powerful at this stage because we have destroyers, 2 destroyers and 2 frigates, so they will take care of that. Let's queue up more missions for mining stations. And see how we are on this research. 22. Okay, let's go over the let's see, do we have we don't have yet enough information. We'll talk about that when we have more information on the military section. Okay, so currently we are good on money. We have a positive income. This can go way down as a negative, like minus 100k if you don't play it right. Okay, as soon as we have the stable warp fields available, we will be able to exit our system. And currently we actually have one extra base here, which is close by, but we currently cannot access from here to here. This is our first independent colony that we found, and we can check the diplomacy tab here and see that we have kind of a positive growth with them. We will be able to colonize them if we get to a certain level. Okay. So now that we have built a lot of mining station, you see that on the AI queued up multiple freighters to actually bring those resources from the mining station back to the planet for them to use. And let's actually speed up some things. So in the research, if you have a research that is in progress, like we have this one, you can actually use money to speed it up. So currently it takes 1.19 years to research, and if we pay the cost, this cost depends on the progress and the level of research, so be careful how much money you spend on this. If we pay the cost, it will be 200 days, so just double speed. because we want to have multiple options when building resource stations. And we also want more. Actually, we don't have enough silicon. No, I don't want this one. So let's see, silicon is the only one in red. Oh, now we have, okay. Okay, let's talk about spies. Spies can be assigned. So first, when they first join your empire, they don't have any skills. And after the first mission, you'll be able to see what skills they have. You can leave them on auto, and they will do I don't know, stealing research, infiltrating other nations, and so on. But you can also choose what you want to actually, what you want them to actually do. So if for now they are stealing information on improved defense tactics from the Black Moon Consortium. Let's pause for a bit, and I'm gonna cancel this. So you can select the empire. Currently we only know about these two, so we can see from the start which are more from which is more successful, this probability here. And this is the mission. Usually you'll want to steal research, and here you have a lot of options. Some are really hard to get, like advanced something, advanced nuclear, and not this one actually. I guess they are not that advanced in research right now, but that's good because we can steal whatever we want from here. So let's see what we want. Crew system, diplomacy, armor plating. I think it's going after this one. So okay, let's go for a basic colonization. And you can also set the period, but usually 12 months is the best option because you'll have higher probability chance. Okay, and assign mission. If you go to research, okay, so sometimes the spies steal research from other empires, and you can see that although I haven't started this project, it's 75% almost done, because sometimes you will steal like half of the research, and sometimes you will steal more. One way I am taking advantage of this is by actually researching this as soon as possible, because it will be a quick research and I can benefit from it. Well, it depends if I need it or not, but nuclear fission, it's needed for my ships. Also, some new engines. And let's see if I have anything else. Stolen? No, I guess not. So it will take less time and I can benefit from those. Let's build an escort ship. Okay, I think we can already sent. Okay, I want to discuss a bit about the army tab, but I need some more information to show you. Okay, one other thing. Oh, they raided my colony. We found a monastery. Investigate. Come on. Kill it. Final. They did still. They still a bit. So this is hard difficulty, and I should expect some more enemies. Oh, they are on this side also. Okay, so let's see what we have. Okay, until we get some dangerous locations and some enemy types that I can talk about, I'm gonna pause a bit and talk about the fleets and how they work and templates and so on. So in this first tab under military, you'll see all the military ships that you have and some other ships that you can control, like fuel ships. And the second one, you'll see your fleets. So each fleet has a design. It has, let's see here, a template and a role. By design, I meant the template. Like you have ship template, you also have fleet template. And I'm gonna show you how to actually do those and use them. You can see here that we have two fleets. First is to defend and second is to attack. But what's the difference between them? Well, it depends on this template what type of ships it will contain. So here on this section you have actually two buttons here, which are fleet template and army template. Army template is for ground invasions mostly. So what type of ground forces to have in your fleet, but this is more like a mid-game thing. But we can use this fleet template to discuss what they mean and how to use them. So first of all, you can see you have 4 predefined templates, and you have the attack fleet, defend, invasion, and raiding. The name is not important as the role, so this is the role that you will have for them. How much it costs to build the entire fleet of the ships that you set, the maintenance cost, and the ship count, and if the template is active or not. Okay, so what you can do is use the predefined templates to edit them or create new. I'm gonna create new. I'm gonna call this one Predator Fleet, and here we can set some roles and some behaviors. So first of all, I'm gonna use this for attack. I'm gonna engage in the same system. You can engage in different areas. when attacked nearby, same location, or to exit the system, um, depending on the fuel left. When to retreat, you can check the options and use whatever you want. The attack stance, neutral, I'm gonna use aggressive, and how the role reassignment works. I'm gonna leave this as it is right now. The tactics of the ship, I'm gonna use the ship tactics instead of fleet. If I do some manual changes on a ship. Engagement rate range system. Against weaker targets, I'm gonna go with aggressive, and against stronger, neutral. And retreat when 20% of non-defense components are damaged. And invade colonies, never. I don't want them to, it's not their purpose. So here you can set the amount of ships that you want to have for this one. So at this point, we don't have destroyers, cruiser, battleships, or carriers, or troop transfer, or fuel tankers, but I'm gonna set this up like I will use it in the future. So I want to have for now 5 frigates, and 3 destroyers, 1 cruiser, 1 battleship, 1 carrier, and 2 fuel tankers. So when you are attacking fleet, you most probably go outside of your systems, and you need to refuel in order to go there and back. If you don't have enough fuel, you'll get stranded, and the speed of your ships will drop considerably. Okay, so we have this one. Currently, we cannot use this template because we don't have the type of ships and the spaceport that can handle this. But these 2 buttons will be available for you, and you can use to either build this fleet from existing ships that are already in your other fleets, or not assigned to any fleet, and build the ships needed on a specific location, like a specific spaceport or planet. You can see also what the templates are for the other, what the setup is for the other templates. So if you click edit, you can see here that, for example, attack fleet will have 6 frigates, 5 destroyer cruisers, battleships, carrier, and fuel tankers. But for defense fleet, you won't have fuel tankers because defense fleet is used mostly to defend your home base, and they can refuel easily at a spaceport. For raiding forces, you'll see that we have actually not for this, or invasion, multiple transport ships, and so on. Okay, cool. What else you can change is, after you build a fleet, if you want to change the design or the setup for it, you can go on that fleet. So for example, we have this as a defensive fleet. I want to change this as predator fleet. I don't have the available ships designs that I can build right now for it, but I can set it. I can change the role to attack, and I can also change the tactics for it. So I'm gonna change this to fuel range 33%, attack stance aggressive, and I'm gonna use these defaults for now. How does this help you? When you want to top up your fleet, you can use this button, and if the ships are available to be constructed, you'll queue them automatically on different spaceports. So for this, for example, let's say I want to... Do I have enough money? Yeah, I have enough money. I want to build actually an attack fleet. Can I do this? Okay, let's escort. Let's build, for example, on this. I want 3 escort ships, and I don't care about this setup for now. I'm just trying to show you. Because I can build this, it will tell me how much does it cost and the maintenance and how many ships I have in it. And I can build it from existing ships, the fleet, or build at different spaceports. So if you if you want, you can use this any construction yards, and it will split the amount of ships between multiple shipyards. So I'm gonna use this one, and check the queue. So these are queued for construction here. And I don't know. Did it put it? It's not started. Okay, let's try again. Invasion escort fleet. Build any construction. Okay, let's choose the spaceport. Okay. Usually that one works, but I don't know why it doesn't right now. So you can see that we have a third fleet here, which is escort fleet. You see the template, and it's being built at this space station. Okay, we also have some new spy. I think we got a new spy. Let's check. Yeah, we have a new spy, and this one is stealing something else. This one is doing counterintelligence. I don't want that. I want you to steal something. Research information on armor plating. No. So still research. Basic recreation system. I think that one is in my queue already. Okay, so one thing that I also wanted to show, yeah, on this military tab is when you have the ships in fleets. We have 3 fleets now. They are all on attack stance, and they don't have any mission, right? So they don't have what to attack because they don't know of the enemies, or they don't have missions assigned to those sections. There was a pop-up here that suggested me to set a mission for the fleet, but I'm going to show you how to do it manually, not manually, but from the menu. So you have here in this section the troops, the admirals, defensive bases. Defensive bases are kind of mid to late game, so don't worry about that. Monitoring stations, mid game. But you have enemy targets and dangerous locations. So enemy targets are whatever targets you know of, not necessarily enemy. Um, you can filter those, and I suggest you do that because you'll have a lot of them in the list later on. So for example, in the beginning, you don't want to attack any empire or to do any aggression on any empire. You'll probably use pirate targets, and you can see here the pirates that have any base discovered. So for example, this one, if we double click, we can see that it's here. It's actually next to us, to the other station, space station, and it has 311 strength. But don't mess with the pirates if you are not prepared to kill the base. So you'll probably need at least 500 strength to beat it, and it also depends on the ships that you have, because this one, the constructor, has 5 strength, so don't take into consideration only this, because you only will kill yourself. But we'll talk on that later. When you have one available and you have an available ship, actually a fleet, you can use this button to order an attack mission for those. Targets, it's disabled because we don't have any fuel we don't have fuel, engagement rate, or space attack strength on any of our fleet. And yeah, we do have this one, but I don't think this one is enough. Well, we need a lot more. And one other thing that you can use is this tab, which is the dangerous location. So if we click on this one, you can see that something attacked us at this location, or explorer probably, and you can issue a threat investigation. This will send you a fleet to that location to investigate, but we know that it has a hostile of 800 cent, so I think, yeah, he's a space creature that has actually a strength of 380. Probably there's more. But how it would work if I click this button, so we have this one, no mission, and move to Ghost Fleet Base. If I click on this button, fleet will most probably start investigating. It will be assigned here, but I think it takes into consideration this strength, so probably it won't send this one or the others because they're probably gonna die. But yeah, you can use these buttons here. Oh, now it did send the first fleet to investigate. Okay, so it also suggested to me to send the first defense force to attack this one. It recognizes it as lower strength, but we can test it, but I'm not sure we can beat it with 2 destroyers and 2 frigates. But let's see the space worm, the space creature. Meanwhile, let's see, make sure that you always build at the spaceports, and I'm gonna build actually 2 more explorers and 2 more docks. And one other thing that we unlocked is the research station, so I can either build it from this menu here, or if you go to this section, the research station? Why is not showing there? It should display in the I guess since it's on my home world, I don't see it there. But I'm gonna build a research station anyway here. Okay, let's go back to the fleet. We also have some research upgrades ready. Early ion weapons, okay, it's almost done, so I might as well get it. Because I'm probably gonna use it. This ion weapon actually has a chance to pass through the shield, and actually no, through the armor, and actually hit the components of the ship. So you can see the different damage sections that it has. We'll probably talk about weapons in a different video. For now, let's see what research can we speed up. Okay, we also have basic colonization, half of it done. I'm gonna queue it up, but I will try to actually steal it if I can. Creation and advanced deflectors. Yeah, probably we'll set one of those spies. Oh, but I know we have a new spy. Also, if you have this set on automated, it will resume to do automated work after he finishes this current mission. So we want basic colonization, 91%, should be okay. If not, we'll get another spy. There are some buildings that increase the chance of characters to appear, but usually if you dismiss one, that if you have one and you dismiss it, it will display, it will come as a new spy soon. So let's see. Our fleet is here. It's almost out of fuel. And it's hitting the Gravelex, and it died. I think it's an autosave in progress. Okay. Can we use this carcass? No. Oh yeah, we can. Okay, one other thing to as a tip, if you control and right click, you'll get an extended menu, or if you hold the right click, you'll get it, and you'll have multiple options. Oh, they went for the other guy. Oh, and now because I did set a manual action for this one here, you can see that it has a manual control now, so it means that I need to do things with it. It will attack because it has the tactic set up, but will not do its automated things. You can set the control here and you can toggle through all of those, but instead of clicking multiple times, I just selecting the ship and using this menu here. Probably another ship will come to get that. Okay, so we have some action going on and some economy. A gameplay start to end to actually win the game takes a lot of hours, so we'll be doing this in multiple sessions. I'm gonna try to do playthrough and also some dedicated tips and tricks and guides, smaller videos that I'll be posting. So if you enjoyed the video and if you want to see more of this amazing game, hit the like button and subscribe for more. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.